Hello everyone, I am back with another video, and I know it's been a while and some of you might even have forgotten about me, but yes, I do have a channel and I do from time to time post videos. And today I read about this huge news and I'm sure you are aware of it as well. It's that Manchester City news and I had to make a video about it, so here I am. So with that, let's start the video. Okay, so Manchester City has been charged by the Premier League for financial breaches for over 100 financial breaches, right? And these violations or these rules, flouting of the rules, if you may, it spans across 14 seasons from 2009-10 to now. So from 2009-10 to 2017-18, basically for these 9 seasons, they have been charged of breaching financial regulations, and for the next 5 seasons, basically they have been charged for not uh, cooperating with the investigation. Right. So first I thought, whoa, oh, what's that camera angle? Anyways, so I thought I'll give a brief uh, description of the charges that have been levied against Manchester City. Give a few highlights. So here it is. So Manchester City are basically being charged for not providing correct information about their finances. Right. The key points, the key highlights of uh, these charges are as follows. So first of all, they have been charged for not providing correct information about sponsorship income. They've been charged for not providing accurate information on the players' wages, and frankly, this is a little bit surprising to me about Roberto Mancini. Okay, so apparently, he was given a secret contract, and he was secretly paid by an Abu Dhabi club, right? And also, here's the kicker: he was paid more for 4 days of work with the Abu Dhabi club than with City. Now, to me, it seems this is a manipulation of the finances, right? Because the money which Man City owed to Roberto Mancini, right, that's not getting reflected on their accounts. Instead, a club from Abu Dhabi is paying Roberto Mancini, and hence those payments will be reflected on their accounts, not Manchester City's. So Manchester City in this way have manipulated the finance books allegedly. Okay, these charges have not been proven and these are just allegations. I want to make that very clear. And obviously, I'm not an expert in financial matters and uh, and I'm not well versed with the intricate aspects of these allegations. I'm just going by what I've heard from media outlets and what I've understood. Right. So these are my interpretation of the news that I've read or heard from the media outlets. And if there's any mistake from my part, I would love to hear about it from you guys in the comment section down below. Anyway, so mainly Man City, basically, Man City are being charged for withholding financial information. That's what I've understood, right? And if proven true, it'll be a big trouble. Manchester City will be in big trouble. And this is a very important point. Okay, so according to Martin Siegler, Man City will not be able to appeal any sanctions to CAS. So, like they did against UEFA, they won't be able to do that with the Premier League. So, this is a very important point, and that's why Manchester City will have to take this very seriously. Okay, and the Premier League, they are kind of taking their reputation on these charges because these charges are they aren't It's not a minor issue. It's a big charge, right? And the reputation of Premier League rides on this in a way, because if they're not able to prove uh, that Manchester City are guilty, then it doesn't look good for the Premier League, does it? So this is a point which Simon Jordan made, and I thought it was relevant. The PL, the Premier League, might want to make an example out of City as well, because of course their reputation is at stake. Many people have charged, many people have said that the Premier League is kind of like a super league, and it's not able to, uh, it's not able to regulate football. It's not able to bring about uh, regulations to control the money that's flowing in to football. So PL might want to make an example out of City to show that they can regulate football, that it's not a super league, right? And it'll show, yeah, like I said, it will show that PL can regulate football. And if they're able to do that with the team which has been very successful, or rather, I should say, which has been the most successful club in the recent years, then that'll be a big statement and big W for Premier League. So yeah, Premier League will be going all out, and so will Manchester City. Manchester City will be stacked with the best defense team, with the best defense, legal defense out there for sure. Because Manchester City, like I said before, if these charges are proven to be true, Manchester City will face severe consequences. I'll be talking about those consequences later. So, before I proceed, I thought it'll be fair to show Manchester City's response as well. It is important to show both sides of the argument, isn't it? So, I've talked about the Premier League side. Let's talk about Manchester City's response to these allegations. So, I'll be sharing my screen where you can see Manchester City's response. So, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so this is from the Manchester City's website club statement. Okay, so Manchester City FC is surprised by the issuing of these alleged breaches of the Premier League rules, particularly given the extensive engagement and vast amount of detailed materials that the EPL has been provided with. The club welcomes the review of this matter by an independent commission to impartially consider the comprehensive body of irrefutable evidence that exists in support of its position. As such, we look forward to this matter being put to rest once and for all. So basically, Manchester City is like, we provided so much information already to the Premier League, and we are, from what I gather, right, we are we're tired of these allegations, and just use an independent commission to investigate these charges and put this matter to rest for once and for all. That's what they're trying to say. They're trying to project an image that they themselves are sick and tired of these charges that are repeatedly levied against them, and they want to show that no, we have done nothing wrong when it comes to the financial aspect of the Premier League rules. And yeah, they want to project that image that we don't care, we welcome it. We don't care at all. We welcome this uh, review so that it'll be out in the open and it'll be proven once and for all that we didn't do anything wrong. That's what Manchester City are trying to say from their club statement. But nevertheless, I mean, even though Manchester City are trying to project this image to the public, these allegations are a PR disaster for Manchester City, because many fans already suspect that there's something weird going on with Manchester City and their finances. And since these allegations have come to light and have been levied against them by the Premier League themselves, many of these suspicions by the by fans of several other clubs. Right, these suspicions are getting more and more confirmed. These suspicions are getting confirmed in a way. That's what many fans feel. And even though Manchester City might not be found guilty, but their reputation definitely take it's taken a hit, and uh, who knows, it might do irreparable damage to the reputation. So yeah, it's not a good time for Manchester City. I also thought, but let's come back to the topic, right? I thought, why not explore what happens to Manchester City if they're found guilty? Because the possible actions that the Premier League can take are quite serious. And as a Liverpool fan, I won't lie if I say that I hope, I hope like back in 2006 when Juventus stripped off the title because of some financial irregularities, and that title was given to Inter Milan. I hope. I mean, it's not going to be as satisfactory as winning it outright, but still, it'll be nice. It'll definitely be nice, and it'll be good for Gerrard too, because Gerrard will finally get a Premier League title. But yeah, I'll try to keep my personal biases out of this. I'll try to at least do that. I don't know if I'll be successful, but I'll try to do that. Okay, so the possible action that the Premier League can take against Manchester City are as follows. Obviously, the first one is Premier League charges them with a heavy fine, but if heavy fine, I don't think so. That will happen because Manchester City, they've got so much money. It'd be like a slap on the wrist, and uh, they won't mind that at all if they can pay the fine and put this matter to rest once and for all, right? So, what other action can be taken? Point deduction. Point deduction is certainly possible and it will benefit Arsenal definitely. But we also have to see when the outcome of these allegations finally come, right? When it finally comes up, because it's not going to happen in a day or two. It will take months because Man City are not going to be sitting idly by twiddling their thumbs. No, they'll be putting out the strongest legal defense that money can buy and use that to prolong this investigation, find all loopholes possible so that evidence that Premier League will present to the investigating body, it gets dismissed. Anyways, I digress. Let's come back to the topic. So, point deduction is a possibility, and there's also a possibility of relegation because this happened to Juventus. Juventus were relegated to Serie B, so that might happen to Manchester City. And also, if these charges are found to be true, right? Pep Guardiola, he might leave City. He might leave City. He has said that I've put 100% trust in what the club says, and if they lie to me, I'll leave the club and I won't be friends with any of them. That's what Pep Guardiola has said. Of course, I'm paraphrasing, but it's the essence of what Pep Guardiola has said. So, if these charges are found to be true, Manchester City might get relegated. They won't have Guardiola. Probably they won't even have many of the star players. Those star players will be available to all other clubs. So it's a very serious matter for Manchester City. Their future possibly rides the on being found not guilty of these charges. So yeah, it's going to be interesting few months, and with all of this going on, I think it will surely have an impact on their on pitch performance, which benefits Arsenal. Manchester City, they if they are found guilty of these charges, they could possibly be stripped of their titles, which means Liverpool and Manchester United will benefit immensely. I'll be happy with that. I'll be happy with that as a Liverpool fan. Of course, Manchester United winning the titles, it doesn't bring me any joy, but Liverpool will also be winning, so I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Anyways, with that, I'd like to hear your thoughts about this development. And if you like this video, consider pressing the like button. And if you want to see more content from this channel, consider subscribing to this channel because it will help me out a lot. It will also kind of show that people are liking this content and it'll encourage me to do more of these things, right? You can also comment what you liked about this video, what you didn't like about this video, your opinions, right? That's what this channel is all about. Anyways, with that, goodbye, take care, and peace.